Stop talking about what you're going to do. Every word you speak about your plans is a leak. Energy that was supposed to become action quietly bleeds out through your mouth and disappears into a conversation that nobody will remember by tomorrow. But you'll remember, because your brain already got the reward. It already felt the progress. And now the thing you are going to do feels a little less urgent, a little less necessary, a little less yours. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you why silence is the most powerful tool you're not using. Think about the last goal you announced. You told a friend, you posted it, you shared the plan. And for a moment, it felt incredible. They nodded. They said, "That's amazing." You felt seen, validated, motivated. You left that conversation glowing. And then you did nothing. Not because you're lazy, because the conversation already gave your brain what it wanted. Neuroscientists call this social reality. When you tell someone your intention and they acknowledge it, your mind registers the goal as partially complete. The dopamine fires, the urgency fades. The plan that felt alive 10 minutes ago is now just another thing you mentioned once. This is not a theory. Peter Gollwitzer at NYU studied this for decades. People who announced their goals publicly were significantly less likely to follow through than people who kept them silent. The ones who talked felt satisfied. The ones who stayed quiet felt hungry. And hunger is what builds things. But it goes deeper than goals. Silence changes how people perceive you. When you talk less, people listen more. When you stop explaining yourself, people start respecting the mystery. When you stop defending your choices, people assume you're certain. Noise is weakness performing confidence. Silence is confidence that doesn't need to perform. Think about the people you respect most. Not the ones who post motivational quotes. Not the ones who narrate their morning routine. The ones who disappear for 6 months and come back transformed. The ones who never told you what they were building until it was already built. That silence wasn't emptiness, it was construction. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire in history and wrote his deepest thoughts in a journal he never intended to publish. He didn't need an audience for his discipline. The work was the point. The silence was the method. Modern culture has taught you the opposite. Share everything. Document the journey. Build in public. And for some people, that works. But for most, it's a trap dressed as strategy. Because sharing feels like doing. Posting feels like progress. And the algorithm rewards your announcement more than your result. Every story you post about waking up early is energy you could have spent actually being awake. Every tweet about your project is a sentence you could have written in the project itself. Every conversation about your goals is a conversation you're not having with the work. 3 principles. 1. Tell no one until it's done. Not your friends, not your family, not your followers. The goal lives in silence until it becomes a result. Then the result speaks for itself, louder than any announcement ever could. 2. Let them wonder. When people ask what you've been up to, say less than they expect. Working on some things. That's enough. You owe no one a progress report. The curiosity you create by staying quiet is more powerful than any update you could give. 3. Measure in proof, not in posts. At the end of each week, ask yourself one question. What did I build that exists outside of a screen? If the answer is nothing, you've been performing, not working. Silence forces you to face that question honestly. Noise lets you hide from it. I'm not going to promise silence is comfortable. It isn't. You'll feel invisible, unvalidated, alone with your work and nothing to show for it yet. That's the point. But in 30 days, you'll notice your energy stops leaking. In 6 months, the results will start speaking. In a year, people will ask how you did it. And you'll smile. Because the answer is the one thing they never saw. You won't become louder. You'll become someone who doesn't need to be heard to keep moving. Right now, there's something you are about to tell someone. A plan, a goal, a decision you just made. You can feel the urge to share it, to get the nod, to hear, "That's amazing." Don't. Keep it. Let it burn inside you. Let that energy become the thing itself instead of a conversation about the thing. If this is the kind of truth you want more of, you already know what to do. Now close this video and go build something in silence.